Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I'm Ryan Boland. Thank you all for joining me once again. Oh, my goodness. The radical left is getting more and more and more radical. These people have become so unhinged, I don't even think they know what they're doing. Maybe they're blacking out and then they wake up and they say, oh, what did I just do? I mean, it's just becoming a massive insanity cake or something. I don't know what to call it, but I'm talking about a college professor, right? Who supposedly was fired from a college. And I'm going to get into this article because not only did she harass pro-lifers who were basically expressing their opinion about pro-life, she was harassing them and so forth. But accordingly, some reporters came to her house to interview her, and she pulled out a machete on the reporter and held it to the reporter's neck. Absolutely insane. Let's get right into this. You can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up. So the article says Hunter College has now fired Professor Shalene Rodriguez, 46, after she verbally assaulted pro-life students and allegedly violently trashed their display, culminating in her reportedly threatening a reporter with a machete when questioned about the incident. And if you log on to this article on Breitbart News, there is an actual 29-second video of her cussing these students out, and it's just insane. This is supposed to be a college professor, but I'm not going to get into. I'm going to get into that in my commentary because this is just crazy. As Breitbart News reported, video captured Rodriguez hurling, quote, expletives towards pro-life students at Hunter College in Manhattan, telling them that it is, quote, violent. Get this now. Telling them that it is violent to be opposed to women killing their unborn children before shoving the materials on their table to the ground. Now, did you hear that? This is what she said. The video actually shows her, 29-second video actually shows her, and you hear her saying that they're violent for opposing women having abortions. Explain the net rationale to that. How is a rationale to that? How is it violent for children, for young people to be opposed to abortion? How is that violent? Explain the rationale to that. See, a radical person, a radical leftist loony can't explain it. Their brain is gone. It's mush. Let's go on. This is what she said now. She said, this is BS. This is violent. You're triggering my students. She could reportedly be heard saying in the video. And she said that. You're not educating us. This is effing propaganda. What are you going to do? Like anti-trans next? These people are crazy, man. Is that what you're going to do? She asked the students. But I know what the reason is. That may sound arrogant, but I know the reasons behind this radicalization of these professors and even some of these students. No, we're talking about abortion, the student responded. Rodriguez continued to press the subject and appeared to accuse the kids of being, quote, violent. When the students apologized, she refused to back down, and they did apologize. But see, that's how the radical left is. You can't apologize, and you ought not apologize to the radical left, because they're not going to hear that. They're not about reasoning with you. They're about violence and ridicule. In order to get what they want, they'd rather hit you and kill you and hurt you before they reason with you, because there's nothing up there. Their brain is mush. They've been so radicalized, they don't even know how to think. And you have the nerve to be a college professor? Let's go on. You can't even have an effing baby, so you don't even know what that is. You don't even know what that is, she said. Get this S, the F out of here. F this S. Why would they even allow a college professor like that in the college? Rodriguez then allegedly proceeded to vandalize the table and shove their materials off, which is what the video showed her do. Just sick. At the time, Hunter College said that the professor had only been severely reprimanded, but according to the Daily Mail, She has now been fired for reportedly threatening a New York Post reporter with a machete when questioned about the incident. Now, there is no video of that. So how accurate that is, I don't know. But knowing what I know about the radical left, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's go on. When asked about the incident at her home in the Bronx, Rodriguez drew a machete and held it to the throat of the reporter at her door, threatening to, quote, chop him up, the Mail reported. When New York Post reporter Reverend Fenton and his photographer colleague left, she followed them out of the front door, machete still in hand. A spokesman for the school said the school fired Rodriguez shortly after learning of the incident. Hunter College strongly condemns the unacceptable actions of Charlene Rodriguez and has taken immediate action, he said. Rodriguez has been relieved of her duties at Hunter College effective immediately and will not be returning to teach at the school. You should have fired her from the beginning. When she started pushing the stuff off you should have fired her then. Forget about reprimanding. In my opinion, you should have fired her. All these radical leftist people, they shouldn't even be teaching. But I'm going to get into details there. News also emerged on Tuesday that the professor has been in a lawsuit against the New York City Police Department for how they handled her arrest during the George Floyd protests. Of course, she's going to be in that. Rodriguez claims in her lawsuit that police officers pulled her hair, shoved her face into a gate, and repeatedly punched her in the stomach, noted the Mail. She was arrested in the Bronx and put in a police van with 14 others. Rodriguez further claims that the police bound her hands in zip ties for so many hours that she now has nerve pain. Charges were dropped against her in September 2020, but her lawsuit will resume in July of this year. And that's the end of that crazy article right there. But man, let me just say you right up front. It kills me how people try to defend the left when it is the left, or rather to be more specific, the radical left, who are committing these acts of insane violence. Now, as far as the machete situation is concerned, there's no video of that. This is just a report that she allegedly pulled out a machete. Who's to say whether or not the reporter is lying or not? But in my heart, I believe it's the truth, because why would you lie about a machete? But I am not surprised that this far leftist radical college professor would do such a thing. But at the same time, it's extremely shocking to note that these are the people that are teaching our young people and our children in the schools. These are the kind of people that are teaching our young people. And this professor, and I'm glad she got fired. I'm glad. I hate to see people lose their jobs, but she deserved to be fired. Period. Bottom line. No other college should accept her. She should see this as a valuable lesson. Go get a job at McDonald's or something, because you don't deserve, or digging ditches or whatever, because she does not deserve to be in any teaching position. This woman is dangerous, because when you watch the video of what she did, that was totally insane. But to pull a machete out on somebody and hold it to their throat, and then when the reporter leaves, you go after them with the machete, still threatening them, that's sick and insane. This person should never be allowed to teach in any other college. The only people that are doing this that I know of is the radical left. It kills me when I see comments in the commentary section about conservatives. Well, you know, the conservatives, oh man, it ticks me off, because no one can give me any valid evidence or examples of conservatives other than January 6th, which is stupid anyway, of conservatives doing crazy, insane stuff like this. The people you support are the ones doing this. When are you going to open up your eyes? When are you going to open up? I don't want to see no mess like that in the commentary sections, because it's your people that you supporting that's doing this nonsense. The people you vote for, the people you support and hold up as the righteous avatars of our country. These people are so demonically insane, it's insane. Pulling a machete out on someone. But these are the people that's teaching our children, man. These are the people that's teaching our children. And let me tell you something. The closer we get to the election, of 2024, the more insane it's going to get. Because see, the radical left, it seems to me that they're losing ground in certain areas. That's why you see them pushing in corporations. You got these beer corporations pushing this transgenderism. You got Target pushing Satanism. I was reading about that. Target pushing had made a deal with some type of Satanist, and just bat crazy, demonic, insane stuff is going on here. And Trump is not even in office. But they're just ramping up. The madness and the insanity of the radical left is ramping up, and it's going to get, and I hate to say, but I predict it's going to get more and more insane. There's a spiritual component to this. Me being a born again, spirit-filled believer, I believe in the supernatural. And I believe that our country has gotten so far away from what is right and what is wrong definitively that we have removed that veil, if you will, or rather remove that protective covering from this country. And because of that, it seems like all of this stuff is getting worse and worse and worse. It's what's happening right now. You're seeing it right before your eyes, that what is good is being called evil, and what is evil is being called good. And this is exactly what this messed up professor, college professor, have actually done. She's actually said to these students that it's violent to oppose abortion. That's violent. Without giving any examples of these students being violent towards those who support abortion. But she's saying it's violent, when in reality, the violence is being committed on the unborn child. When in reality, the violence is being committed by the radical left, who literally go to these pro-life centers and throw rocks at them and vandalize their buildings and break their windows. It is the radical left doing that. They're the ones actually being violent, not those who don't support abortion. But see, what we're seeing is a flip over by the radical Marxist professors and radical Marxist news reporters and radical Marxist politicians and radical Marxist musicians. This is what we're seeing. And if we don't wake the heck up, it's going to be a war in 2024. And I don't mean a metaphysical. I don't mean a metaphysical. I don't mean as a metaphor. I mean physically. I said this before, and now we're seeing it. We're seeing it. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. If you are a conservative or you someone in the middle and you independent and you kind of like straddling the fence, you don't know which way to go, certainly don't go to the left. I'm just going to tell you right up front. Do not go to the left. The left does not care about you. When I say the left does not care about you, I'm talking about the ones at the top of the pyramid. I'm talking about the elites, the ones that are behind the scenes, that's financing these movements, that's financing these activist groups, the ones that are creating the paradigm, the ones that are creating the curriculum, so to speak, by which these activist groups have to follow after. They are the ones, okay? They do not care for you. The people these activists are nothing more than useful idiots. They think they're doing the right thing, but they're nothing but more than useful idiots, according to the words of Lenin. Okay. But the people behind the scenes don't care about you. Do not join them. So if you independent, your best bet is to stay independent or hook up to the conservatives. But if you hook up with a conservative worldview, which is what most people in this country really have, if they really are honest with themselves, most people are conservative in this country, but they vote for the left. Why? Mind control, maybe. But yeah, most of them vote conservative. You know, most of them are conservative in the worldview, but they vote for the left. Anyway, if you decide to merge over to the conservative side, be prepared for a war. Be prepared for it. Because this is what these radical Marxists want. They want a revolution so that they can tear this country down. If such a thing happens, we're going to see who's going to come out the winner. We'll see. We'll see. I hate to be like that. I hate to be. I'm praying that this does not happen. But it is becoming more and more insane. Anytime a college professor pulls out a machete on a reporter and then goes after them after the reporter leaves, you go after them with the machete. Yeah, the college should have fired her. They should have did more than just reprimanded her when she pushed the material off that table. You see the video. It's only 29 seconds. She pushed the material off the table. Really? Really? F this, F this F, F this S. You that angry over students who simply expressing their opinions? You're that hateful. You're that angry. You're that so messed up in the head that you have to do that. Please try to make sense of that. Someone try to make sense of that in the comment. Well, you know, she's just expressing her opinion. Then I'm going to delete your comment because you just as insane as they are. We have nothing to talk about. I don't even want to hear it. Okay. The radical left is insane. Leave them alone. I'm preaching right now. Leave them alone. They're insane. And it seems like to me, in summing up this video, they're losing the battle. So now they got to ramp it up with all this other crazy stuff. Target, you know, making a deal with a Satanist. What the heck going on with you? What kind of insanity are you trying to communicate? What are you trying to say? I know what you're trying to say, but I'm not going to say it in this video because this video will go over. But I see what's going on. What I'm trying to do, man, is just talk about this stuff because, hey, it's crazy. It gets views. Yeah, okay, we get all of that. But at the same time, I'm trying to educate too. I'm trying to, you know, give information and show the other side of the spectrum with the knowledge that I've gained through these years of studying and reading. And the radical left is exactly that. They're radical. And they are the ones that are committing these acts of violence. I don't see it on the right. If it is, show me in the commentary box below. Let me know about it because I could be wrong. All right. But this is sick and insane. And I'm glad they told her to go no matter what. I don't know what she's going to do now. I don't know what she's going to end up doing now. Who knows? Is she thinking about her actions or what? I don't know. But this is just crazy, man. This is just absolutely crazy. But let's prepare ourselves, man. Let's prepare ourselves physically, mentally, and most importantly, spiritually for those of us who believe in the power of prayer. Let's pray for this country in a way we never prayed before. Pray, 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 pray. Prepare yourself, prepare yourself, prepare yourself, prepare yourself. And that's what I had to say about that. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.